Good afternoon, Ma'am Tan and the rest of the class. We are the Group 2 and we have created a scenario by which we have chosen assessed or tested as the curriculum type of the scenario and humanistic approach. Before discussing the scenario, allow me first to define what assessed or tested curriculum type is and the humanistic approach for you to have no confusion of this scenario. Assessed or tested curriculum type. It is when students take a quiz or the midterm and final exams. This series of evaluations are the so-called assessed curriculum. Teachers may use the pencil and paper tests and authentic assessments like portfolio and the performance-based assessments in order to know if the students are progressing or not. On the other hand, humanistic approach is the development of the whole student with an emphasis on emotional aspects of the learners.
Miss Monica Borel is a science teacher in Assumption Academy. She is popular and labeled as the most outstanding science teacher in the entire science department. That is why most of the students, teachers, and staffs are amazed with her.
As a science teacher, her role is to provide mastery of her lessons. Her technique is to give quizzes after the end of the topic to make sure that her learners have gained knowledge. As a general science teacher, she is expected to teach various fields in science. One time, after the discussion about the elements of the periodic table, she told the class that she will conduct a summative test by tomorrow. During the day of the assessment, some of the students were excited to answer. Few minutes later, they were already done answering. After checking their papers, most of them got perfect scores, and one failed the summative test assessment. This signifies that Miss Borel was effective in delivering her lectures to the class.
This type of curriculum is tested or assessed because Miss Borel provided series of assessments every after her lesson. Also, she gave a summative test at the end of a chapter to check if the instructional objectives have been met.
It is obvious that Miss Burrill utilized humanistic approach since she exercised a certain technique in which she always gave a quiz after the discussion to know whether the students have learned or not.
The philosophy that is anchored to the scenario is essentialism, since it emphasizes the mastery of essential skills, facts, and concepts that form the basis of the subject matter, and curriculum was geared to the fundamentals, 3 R's in the elementary, and 5 basics, English, math, science, history, and logic in the secondary. Thank you for listening. God bless and keep safe.